Cheputilsuledukadu. Hope I'm audible and visible to all of you. So today was a clumsy morning, and good morning, Shipurna. Good morning, everyone. So let's start the discussion. Today is 17 September 2025, and we'll do Hindu analysis of obviously 17 September 2025. My name is Shubham Sagar. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. This was my profile. Okay. So yesterday I gave you, and first of all, let me see whether I'm audible or not. Good morning, Shipurna. I think I can hear myself. So this was MCQ 12 of yesterday. That was homework, which I gave you people yesterday. 11 classwork and 2 homework. So MCQ 12, current account deficit widens. I have told you people to revise BOP. We have discussed an article on, which was talking about how India's export is still happening even after the tariff thing done by Trump. Then there is an editorial which was published today, which talks about then that was August data, and the editorial of today I have not covered it because we have talked about it yesterday only. So when the September data of exports will come, the BOP will come, then we will see the impact. Cool. So what is the answer of MCQ 12? Any idea? Anyone? Chepandi Cheputalsu Ledu Kadu. So if current account deficit, we have talked about BOP, we have talked about two means component of BOP, current and capital. Do revise yesterday's Hindu. We have discussed it in detail. So current account, you have BOT and visible and invisible component, visible component and invisible component. In visible component, you have balance of trade, merchandise export. So if current account deficit is there, and in invisible you have SIT, services income and transfer. I'm not talking about this. We have talked about this yesterday. Good morning, Gajanan. So again, if current account deficit is there, it has to be, accumulated, or it has to be compensated. That is the right word, by capital account surplus. So increased borrowing, and capital account is basically FDI, FII, ECB, which is actually another fancy name for borrowings. So yes, increased borrowing will happen. So first is correct. Now, if we see the other option, drawdown of foreign exchange reserve. What is this? This is a repository. You have some money. So that you will also take out if you have current account deficit. That is also correct. Now, this, even if you don't know about these two statements, focus on the third one. When your current account deficit is there, generally that means, it's not always, generally that means import is greater, export is lesser. Not always, remember the word. That means you are importing more goods from outside your country and you are exporting lesser goods. That means your goods have lesser value. That means your rupee will depreciate. Generally what happens, currency of which particular country appreciates, which exports a lot means large amount of good, let's say China, let's say US. So if we are importing a lot of goods, our rupee will depreciate, not appreciate. So the answer is A, one only. And as stated by Shipurna, as stated by Rishi. Good morning, Rishi. So let's focus here. So the answer is A. Very good question. Please revise yesterday's Hindu analysis. General financial rule, this we have discussed when we have talked about a tricky editorial on procurement. We have dealt an article on procurement where we have talked about GEM, government marketplace, and all those e-marketplace 2016, how PSUs etc. are buying from other entities and they can buy through GEM portal only. So we have talked about this. There we have talked about this GFR thing. What is GFR? Chepandis, anyone? Any idea? Good morning, Ranjit. What is GFR? What was GFR? So Hannah has given the answer. Hannah is such a good girl. Guidelines framed by Ministry of Finance for government expenditure and procurement. So let's come back to the present. So the answer of 12th is A, answer of 13th is B. For any confusion, you can have a look at yesterday's Hindu analysis. First article of the day. So I've decided one thing, these days I am doing a lot of ads, in between and at the end, promoting courses that I will do only once at the end because, time is precious. So let's start. So page number 8, editorial, judicial experimentalism versus the right to justice. Very important article, one of the most important article of the day. Good morning, Mamta. Rishi has given the answer. Shipanna, Gajanan, they have given the answer. You people are so good, just like a wow. So let's focus. What this article is talking about, editorial is talking about, written by two people, Tiwari sir and Singh ma'am. Singh ma'am is cute. Let's focus. So again, this article is talking about the erstwhile section 498 of IPC. What was this erstwhile? Now it has changed to, because IPC is now BNS, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So this section 498 A of IPC has become 85 of BNS. So this was about torture, wives and mental torture, physical torture, which wives they are, they sometimes they are accounting. So, and this was section 498A. As you may have heard about it, there are, original cases, genuine cases of wife being mistreated and all these stuff. But then there are frivolous cases also. Frivolous cases means false complaints being filed under this section 498A. Buffering. Am I still buffering? Just give me a second. Do tell me when the issue is resolved in the comment section. Now it's okay? Okay. So let's continue the discussion. I think you people can hear me fine now. Good morning, Rajneesh. Is it still buffering? Now it's clear, sir. Okay, so we are talking about, oh my God, I don't like this. So we are talking about judicial experimentalism and versus the right to justice. This article is about section 498 of IPC. Just give me a second. So here, what we have to talk about, we have to talk about section 498 of A of IPC. It is good for you people. That's awesome. So section 498A of IPC, which was about mental and physical torture, which wives are, you know, sometimes they are getting inflicted by. And right, see, what happens generally when you encounter these cases, your mind is diverted. So there has been frivolous cases filed under section 498A of IPC. And we'll talk about this article, what this article is talking about and other issues. And it may have stopped for you people, but still buffering for me. Just give me a second. Okay, no, it's okay for me also. Guys, last, totally fine or not. It may have stopped for you people, but still buffering for me. Okay, now it's not buffering for me. So see, understand one thing. We have just discussed section 498A. Why this is a big issue. Section 498A, mental torture, which wives sometimes, and physical torture, which they have been accounted for. So 498 top 5 arrest offenses till 2016. You can see it here, and later in top 10. So you can see the number of cases which has been filed under section 498 of IPC erstwhile. 1,13,403 increased to 1,40,000. And so the numbers were large and the frivolous cases were large. And that's why Supreme Court is stepping in. How they are stepping in, what they are doing, this is what we have to discuss here. And we will discuss here. So see this. Supreme Court ruling and context. We have to understand this article. This is important from exam perspective. Now I can see myself clearly. So I think this issue has resolved. So it will be okay now, Gajanan. There was a little bit issue. See, so Supreme Court ruling, Shivangi Bansal versus Sahib Bansal case of July 22. What has happened here? And here we will talk about certain things like judicial overreach. What is the basic concept of judicial overreach? So Shivangi versus Bansal versus Sahib Bansal case. Now here, let's say section 498 IPC we have just discussed. What is section 498 about? Wife's complaint, she is not very happy, and so and generally when wife is complaining against a husband and their families, arrest happen. So Supreme Court is saying that there should be a 2 month cooling period. Don't do the arrest at the same time. There will be a 2 month cooling period. There will be a FWC, Family Welfare Committee. They will be looking into this complaint, just to see whether the complaint is genuine or frivolous. uh, Everything is fine, right? And again, these kind of things can happen sometimes, bear with me. So Family Welfare Committee, why? To avoid these frivolous cases. Now, can Supreme Court do that? Is it an example of judicial overreach? Time and again, I have told you people about different terms, judicial review, judicial activism, judicial overreach. What is judicial review? When government means judiciary is checking the constitutionality of laws and executive order. Then you have judicial activism, where sometimes legislature and executive, they're not functioning properly, so somebody has to do the work and judiciary takes the initiative, like Keshwanand Bharti case, basic structure, like you have PIL, public interest litigation. So that is judicial activism, you know and this is judicial overreach. Many people believe this Family Welfare Committee, 2 months cooling period, are you not undermining wife's right? Maybe that wife is not filing a fake false complaint. When you are saying that the arrest cannot happen immediately, there has to be a 2 months cooling period. Cool, you are ensuring that the frivolous cases are not filed, because there has been increase in the number of frivolous cases, right? But at the same time, are you not undermining victims' right to timely justice? People, are you understanding where we are going with this? What this article is talking about? From UPSC perspective, we need to understand the both pros and cons. You people may have heard about it. You people know how many frivolous cases are filed, but it's not like all cases are frivolous. There was a case of Atul Shubhas and all, and that happened. And at that time, I was like, I will not marry. And that is the problem when you're marrying at an elder age or later age. You have seen so many things, you have talked about so many things, you know so many things, that you always think about the worst case scenario. And here we are talking about the worst case scenario, but it's not like there are always worst case scenarios. Cool. So when you are creating these Family Welfare Committee 2 months cooling period, you are undermining victims' right to timely justice. This is one point. And they affect the functional autonomy of police. Are you not bypassing police? Are you not even undermining police jurisdiction? You are creating a extra judicial body. This is nowhere mentioned in the constitution, this Family Welfare Committee. You are coming on its own, like you have created this particular committee on its own. We are talking about judiciary here, just like you have created the concept of case means basic structure. That also you did on its own. That was nowhere written. So again, how far can you do that? Is it allowed? It should be allowed, or it should not be allowed. That is one point which we have to talk about. So such judicial experiment, and that's why if you go back and you see the name of this editorial, the name is Judicial Experimentalism versus the Right of Justice. How much experiment you can do, whether it should be done or not, where there should be a limit. That is what the editorial is talking about. Background of section 498A, now it is section 85 of BNS, enacted to punish cruelty against women in matrimonial settings. It also includes certain provisions of dowry. Cruelty is done which leads a woman to commit, or related to dowry, which leads a woman to commit suicide or death. But there is a separate provision for dowry also. There is explicit, or there is some amount of, the more you develop an opinion on these scenarios. Guys, am I okay, or am I still buffering? See, a doubt has been crept in my mind, or has been put in my mind rather, and now I'm so again. So hence procedural safeguards to prevent the frivolous cases. These Family Welfare Committees 2 months cooling period has been introduced so that immediate arrest is not happening. Cool. So hope you understood some part of this particular scenario. Buffering. Oh my god, I so hate these things. Just give me a buffering and a bit lagging. I can understand upload it, but can I continue? Should I wait for a second? What should I do between buffering? These things are so frustrating. So let's talk about it. See, different cases here. Lalita Kumari case allowed preliminary inquiry. All these things are being done to prevent frivolous cases before FIR. Now, there is one particular line here, principle of necessity. What is the basic meaning of the term principle of necessity? Do tell me one thing, people. When we are checking the buffering thing, when the original video is uploaded, things are generally fine, right? What is the situation there? Oh my god, I hate it. Let me see. We are checking the buffering thing. Okay, I can hear my voice, but then there are some laggings. Can we discuss this again? Discuss the whole editorial. Yeah, it will buffer, but again, I think it will be fine. Let's continue. Let's focus on the things. I think I can hear myself now and everything is fine. So see the things here. Principle of necessity. What is the principle of necessity here? So a woman has filed a complaint, right? Woman filed complaint. Police has to act and police will act. They can arrest if it is a cognizable offense. Cognizable offense means police can make an arrest without taking permission from district magistrate or judiciary. That is cognizable offense, and this is a cognizable offense, section 498 of IPC. Principle of necessity means don't make arrest all the time. Here judiciary is issuing some guidelines. The separate section for dowry, after you mentioned there is a separate section for dowry. Okay, Hannah, good morning. GYN, we are facing some issues right now. So do tell me whenever I am good to go. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Good morning, GYN. We are facing some issue. Okay, so I'm extremely sorry, guys, but again, this is not a thing under our control. So if you see this scenario, Arnesh Kumar, limited police power. Principle of necessity means police should not always do the arrest. They should do the arrest when it is necessary. They have power, agreed, but don't do the arrest. Just because you have this particular power. If you feel like that person can commit further crimes, if you feel like that person can tamper with the evidence, in that scenario, do the arrest. That is principle of necessity. Hope you understood the basic rationale. Today is buffering day. At least your voice is not laggy. Okay, cool. So voice is coming, videos will come. That's fine. Slide you can always see. So again, Arnesh Kumar, limited police power, introduced arrest checklist. So again, you can understand what has happened. There is an evolution of different things in different judgments to prevent frivolous cases. Arrest checklist means, if you are arresting someone, before that there are certain things. If police is arresting someone, there are certain things which police has to go through. That is arrest checklist that we have to understand. Cool. So Satyendra Kumar until strength and safeguards by mandating bail if Arnesh Kumar guidelines not followed. So you can understand all these scenarios. Principle of necessity, family welfare committee, 2-month cooling period is to prevent frivolous cases. But then what about the genuine cases? What about the time delay there? So data from NCRB, and why all these things are happening, because section 498A has been misused a lot. You can see here it was among top 5 arrest offences till 2016. Now in 2015 was more than 1,80,000. It has decreased to 1,45,000. This indicates safeguards reduce indiscriminate arrest, which is our opinion. Sir and ma'am, Shripurna, video stopped working, sir. It will work, don't worry. All these things happens, as Shah Rukh Khan says, bade bade shehron mein choti choti baatein hoti rehti hain. So these are some small stuff which happens. In big cities these things happen. So judicial experimentation, according to these two authors, these kind of experimentations are good, but up to which particular limit it should be carried out. Rajesh Sharma case, directed creation of family welfare period. So these directions are criticized as regressive and beyond judicial competence. You can understand these family welfare committee cooling period, from where judiciary is bringing these things. When you talk about separation of power, when you talk about the basic definition of legislature, executive and judiciary, there we have discussed legislature will make law, executive will implement law, judiciary will check constitutionality of laws, sir and ma'am. Judiciary just have to check constitutionality of laws and executive order. They don't have to make laws. This is not their work. This is the work of legislature. If they start doing their work, what will legislature do? Will they make honey and all those stuff? Hope you're understanding where we are going with this. So that is the point which you have to understand. As a UPSC aspirant, you should understand both pros and cons. So in Social Action Forum for Manavadhikar, you can see here, Supreme Court overturned. And again, so even inside Supreme Court, there are different benches which deals with whether we should go for prompt access to justice, whether we should deal with frivolous cases. So there is a, tussle which is going on. If you are giving 2 months cooling period and wife has severely been, tortured, she is feeling violated, and that is very much obvious. But obvious, you can understand where we are going with this. So criticism of current ruling: the new, family welfare committee based cooling period repeats earlier failed experiment. In Rajesh Sharma case, that happened. There was a 1 month review period, now you have 2 month review period. It denies immediate relief to genuine victims, goes against legislative intent and criminal justice functioning. Lawmaking is not the work of judiciary, that is the work of legislature. And Supreme Court is urged to revisit its ruling. Bros, Rishi, Gajanan, Mamta, and other people, what is your view on this particular thing? Do you agree with Supreme Court? And post your views. You people have understood the rationale now. You people have understood what this article is talking about. You people have understood what these two guys are saying. Oh my God, I am such a actor. So what is your view on this whole issue now? Do you support Supreme Court 2 months cooling period, family welfare committee creation, or you feel like, no, sir, this is cool? These two authors, you can always disagree with the authors of this editorial. They feel like the schooling period, family welfare committee thing is regressive, extra statutory, not within the ambit of judiciary, harmful to victim access to justice. But we are looking from, husband side, it feels cool. So from UPSC perspective, you got both the pros and cons. Now, your views. You have to talk about your views. What do you think about this particular thing? Whether it should be there or not, and what's your opinion on it? So yes, let's solve MCQ one of the day based on whatever you have heard from me. Why is there this much of buffering? Sometimes this happens, Jivayan. What can we do? Let me see. Let me just give me 1 minute, bros. Be with me. Just guys, I think I'll be fine now. Don't worry. I'll be reconnection successful. Excellent connections. I think we'll be good now. I have rectified the issue. Guys, am I audible, visible? So earlier, guys, I think I'll be fine now. Don't worry. I'll be reconnection successful. Excellent connections. I think we'll be good now. I have rectified the issue. So, Mamta, Jiva, and Rishi, Gajanan, Shipurna, and other guys, tell me, can you hear me? And am I good to go now? I think I'll be. So, I will be telling you what happened. So, we have so many Wi Fi connections, but Wi Fi stopped working. So, I did unlimited recharge of my phone and we connected through phone hotspot. And that's why the issue was there. But now Wi Fi is back and I think we'll be good to go. So, MCQ one of the day, let's kill it. Which of the following safeguards have been introduced by judiciary to prevent misuse of section 498A? Preliminary inquiry before FIR in matrimonial dispute. Again, do option elimination here. Mamta is such a good girl, loud and clear. So option elimination, just remove that particular option. Rishi is still there. Bros, already a lot of people don't report due to silence, shame and stigma. 2 months school off period. They're forced, manipulated into not. Hannah is such a good girl. I have always deep respect for Hannah. She is one of the brightest student, and when I was okay, I'm just kidding. I'm totally agree with you, Hannah. So bros, only Mamta gave the answer. What about you people? Chipandi is fast. What is the answer of this question? It's almost half hour we have done one article today. This is so funny. But yes, these things happen. What can you do? No, it will not buffer now. You just refresh it. Everything is fine. It's cool from my side now, and I don't think there is any more issue. So Rajneesh has given the answer. So what we have just discussed, what about Gajanan, Mamta, and other people? What is the answer? See here, section 498A, they have asked which of the following safeguards have been introduced to prevent misuse. So mandatory arrest, will it prevent misuse? Will it prevent misuse? Second one, just eliminate second, bro. And you're left with B as the answer, as Hannah stated. Rajneesh, Hannah, Chipandis, am I awesome now? I think I'm awesome. So when you face problem, I also face problem. Now I can see myself. Okay, MCQ2. The principle of necessity in criminal law primarily refers to what? See, understand one thing. So today there was some buffering because I have just told you the reason. So tomorrow when we will do the Hindu analysis again, if you have any issue in today's video or today's topics which we have just discussed, you can tell me, I can tell you that again. Always we have a solution. Problems will come in life. We have to find the solutions. Focus. Yes, Mamta. What is principle of necessity? So Rajneesh, Hannah, Rishi, all of you have answered it. Now we will kill it. Kill, 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 kill. Killiye, killiye. Killiye, killiye. So Hannah has given the answer. Principle of necessity in criminal law primarily refers to arrest only if necessary. That has been, this is one of the preventive measure to prevent misuse of section or erstwhile section 498A of IPC. So the answer is, as Hannah stated, Jivan stated, Rajni stated, Mamta stated, Upload stated, Rishi stated, D. Very good. Next article, page number 14. See, this Qatar thing we have talked about earlier. Even Guru Randhawa, he has talked about it. Biluteri Akh Qatal. So what has happened? Why this whole Qatar thing? Because Israel attacked Qatar. Because Qatar is a good friend of ours. Because Qatar is always there in Guru Randhawa's mind. So we have condemned Qatar's, attack on Qatar by Israel. But have we mentioned Israel explicitly? No. We have discussed this article earlier, like not the exact article. We have talked about Qatar earlier. Why I'm talking about it again? Generally, the tendency of mine is, if I have discussed certain things in the last 5, 10, 15 days, I will not repeat it. I will repeat it after 20, 25 days when there is some meaningful addition to it. Here we have to talk about UNHRC. We have not talked about UNHRC at all in any of my Hindu analysis earlier. So that's why we are talking about this article. At UNHRC, India condemns violation of Qatar's sovereignty. So United Nations Human Rights Council, created in 2000s, and they're like, what they do, it's just like NHRC you have at national level, National Human Rights Commission. So at UN level you have UNHRC, which will look into human rights violation case. Are their recommendations binding? The answer is no. Advisory. Just like NHRC, advisory. And we call NHRC as toothless tiger. UPSC has made a means questions on NHRC. So similarly, UNHRC, their advices are, or recommendations are also not binding, but they look into human rights violation. And this, and again that's other part which is very important from exam perspective, is UNHRC is a part of which permanent member of a permanent organ of UN. There are different permanent organs of UN. We'll have a separate lecture on that. We'll talk about it in some other Hindu analysis. Permanent organs, like you have General Assembly, you have Security Council, you have Trusteeship Council, which was there earlier. So there are different organs. One question which can appear: UNHRC is a part of which particular permanent organ of UN? So these are the things which are very important. They are part of UNGA. What does GA stands for? Write it in the comment section. General Assembly. So let's focus here. Again, here also we have not explicitly mentioned Israel. God knows why we do that. No direct naming of Israel in UNHRC, because we know Israel is our all-weather friend, just like Russia. But unlike Russia, we did not accepted this particular relationship. In fact, there was a prime minister of some, like Israel, some minister who said that India treats India-Israel relationship as extramarital affair. You people may not know anything, but extramarital affair is a thing which excites you all, right? No, don't do that. So why most of HR organizations, mostly controversial, mm, because nobody takes them seriously. See here, Qatar will be how to a certain extent, because we are not mentioning. And again, there is a reason why it is controversial. I will tell you. Israel, so many things are happening, Gaza bombing, this and that, and then there are certain human rights organizations, they will say certain stuff. It's always about one side or the other. Here I'm saying some stuff, you may feel like I am biased. I am doing Hindu analysis, you may feel like I am leftist. I'm criticizing Modi sir, today is his birthday, there was 4-5 page ad only in today's Hindu, where Maharashtra government Shiv Sena, they displayed Modi ji from childhood till 75 years. So you may feel like, sir, you're so biased. So there is always, one side or the other uploaded. I don't know what's your real name, but hope you can understand. So if I am not aligning to your views, then in your words, I am controversial. Hope you can understand where we are going with this. Did you people see today's Hindu 4-page Modi sir's kid photo. Oh my God, I loved it so much. Modi sir was looking dashing. I love Modi sir. You people already know it. He's in my heart. If you Okay, let's focus. So delivered by India's permanent representative to again. So here we are with Qatar because we know. We have talked about this issue earlier that it's very unique because Qatar used to act as a mediator between Israel and Hamas. One of the largest military base of US is in Qatar. US and Israel, you know how close they are. So everybody is very surprised with whatever has happened. Okay, Pratik, has happened in Qatar, and obviously India is also surprised. US has said to Qatar that this will never happen again, and this also shows that Israel has gone beyond their ambit. They are not even listening to US right now. So we condemned it, but we did not name Israel. And we have talked about India-Israel relationship. We'll keep on talking about it. We are talking about the marital affair part because we did not acknowledge India-Israel relationship up until 1990s, early 1990s. Before that, because Palestine, Arab countries, so we were more sympathetic towards Palestine. We still favor two-nation theory, but now in 1990s we acknowledge that relationship, so it no longer remained an extramarital affair, so to say. So again, people, are you understanding where we are going with this? So they have been a good friend. They helped us during Israel means Kargil war when US did not give us GPS support. They gave us Barak. We'll talk about Barak today also, which is an anti-missile system, missile defense system. Like you have THAAD, which is also a missile defense system. If some missile is coming, they will kill those missiles. They will, kill is not the right word for missile, but they will attack means, destroy those missiles. So these are anti-missile systems. So Israel helped us in this Barak thing. Then THAAD is there of US anti-missile system. So you can understand why we are not naming Israel. Israel is in our heart. That means if you tear my heart, there will be a name of Modi sir and Israel. So Prime Minister Modi's position, he is talking again, you can see all these things. He is saying that no, this is not done Qatar, Tiriyak Qatar, and we are condemning this sovereignty violation, and but we will not name Israel explicitly. Okay, let's focus. So now, what are the things which are important from exam perspective? Sir, why Manipur women's protesting against PM with "Go Back Modi" slogan? Jivain, let's not go there, bro. We will talk about Manipur. We have talked about Manipur Cookie Meeting. It has been 2 years since the protest and all the things started, the violence started. Modi sir is going like first time after 2 years, so obviously people will be hurt. Manipur is a part of India. I have been in Northeast. I have told you people. I did my BTech from NIT Agartala. We used to go to NIT Silchar and NIT Guwahati for debates. So in those debates in NIT Silchar and NIT Guwahati, there was a topic which I explicitly remember. Are Northeastern state treated as foster child of India? When you are going to a particular, in, like a torn state like Manipur after 2 years, it creates bad impression. We love Modi ji. Modi ji is in our heart. Today's birthday is of Modi ji, and happy birthday Modi ji. But still, that is one reason, Jiva. I hope you're understanding. But sir, Gaza not support to India in Jammu Kashmir matter, but Israel stand with India. I can understand, Rishi, where you're going with this. Let's focus here. So UNHRC 2006 subsidiary of UNGA, they can give you. It is part of UNSC. No, it is part of UNGA, headquarter Geneva. So remember these facts, they are important. Let's focus. MCQ 3 of the day. Hannah, 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 Bulu Bulu. That means, hey, says, tell me something. Okay, so which of the following statement about UNHRC is or are correct? Established in 2006, is the resolutions are legally binding? We have just discussed, not binding, advisory. Right? So second is wrong. If second is wrong, you're left with A1 only, D neither. And the answer is, as stated by Rishi, Mamta, upload it. And his name is Pratik. And Shipurna, Gajanan, and Rajneesh, very good. A is the answer. I'm in a good mood today, even though I have not slept at all. Because, from my AC, water started leaking. Oh my God, these things happen so many. Okay, let's focus. MCQ4. Not too many personal stuff. India's recent statement at the UNHRC regarding September 9 attack in Doha primarily emphasized what? Hannah, Bolo Bolo, Hannah has stated it. So supporting Qatar's sovereignty and peaceful resolution of conflict, that is the basic scenario. We did not name Israel. We are not providing military support. And we are not said it. This whole thing is about that yes, there is, Qatar's territorial sovereignty has to be maintained, and these things are not acceptable, whatever Israel did, but we are not naming Israel. Israel is like Voldemort. We will not name it. No, but I used to love Israel. I still love Israel, but I don't support what Israel is doing in Gaza. That is my personal opinion. You may agree to disagree with me. So, but yes. Okay, let's focus. So next article of the day, again, you like, share and subscribe. I'm not talking about these things, mentorship, etc. We'll talk about it at the end in detail. If you have any queries, you will ask me. But let's focus on the third article. We are anyway late. So, yeah, third article of the day. Gujarat trains 1.81 lakh artisan under PM sir is in news. And here, there, everywhere today because this is his day. PM Vishwakarma scheme. So these kind of schemes, you cannot, file them all together at one place and mug them up in one go. That does not happen. That's not how things work. So when you read these articles, you read about these schemes. So PM Vishwakarma scheme launched in 2020s and targeting 18 sector. It's about promotion of art and culture and giving support to artisans, our vulnerable artisans. Here, there are certain terms, there are certain keywords which are important from exam perspective. Oh my God, there is a flute playing outside. It is so soothing. Let's focus. So 80, and then there are certain terms. What are those terms? So here you are getting collateral free loans. Please understand these terms. When I used to prepare, I always used to mug it up. I did not have conceptual clarity. I have it now. So collateral free loans means what? These people we already know. When you're talking about PM Vishwakarma scheme, we are talking about artisans and all. So these are very vulnerable people, man. These are not very wealthy people. So where will they have? They don't have. Maybe they don't have enough land and all. So then these banks, etc., they will give them collateral free loans under PM Vishwakarma scheme. But what? We have talked about something known as WIFM. WIFM means everybody in the world uses this particular FM. Doesn't matter whether you have a radio station or not. So what is this WIFM all about? What's in it for me? This is the scenario. So if banks are giving collateral free loans and let's say that artisan, he is not able to pay back the loan, then what? So here there is something known as, and we'll talk about government. They, in a way, tell these banks that bro, don't worry, even if these artisans they are not able to pay back, we will pay a certain amount, so you have guarantee from us. So credit guarantee, this is called. So generally when collateral free loans are given, there is another thing which is attached to it, which is credit guarantee schemes. So this is one form of credit guarantee scheme. People, are you understanding these keywords? Now let's try to understand some other things also. When collateral free loans are given, so there is no collateral, there is no land attached and this and that, then there has to be more checks, obviously, because government is, even though these government, they are not saying they will give all money to the banks. Credit guarantee means we will give certain portion of your money. Don't worry, not all money will be lost, but some money will be lost. So if collateral free loan is there, even though there is credit guarantee, still there is a risk. So there has to be more checks, and that's why you have 3-step process of checking here also. Hope you are understanding these things. Rajneesh, Shripurna, Jivayan, Rangaswamy, Mamta, Rishi, you people are so good. Are you understanding the basic rationale here? So I'm seeing, earlier I was saying 16 live, 16 live and 10 likes. Please like it, bro. Like, share, subscribe, kill it. I'm dependent on you people. So there are so many keywords which we have just discussed. Did you people understand these keywords and how do they work? We have to understand them. They're very important. So now let's focus on this scheme. It was launched in 2023 and it has dispersed. Now this is talking about Gujarat. Why? Because what is Modi sir's birthplace? Gujarat. And this is an achievement. Like this has worked well in different states, but this has worked especially well in Gujarat. Loan sanctions, 3-tier verification process. Now you will understand each and everything. Why this 3-tier verification is happening? Because collateral free loan is given to these people who are involved in 18 sectors, collateral free loans. And then you need to have more checks if collateral free loan is given. Very good. So again, you can see these numbers. Now there is another term, CSCs. What is CSC or what are CSCs? Common Service Centers. So they are physical centers, which is implementing government e-governance initiative. Now, again, a keyword from UPSC perspective, e-governance. E-governance is use of ICT tools to deliver government services. So these are basically, you can think of them as cyber cafes, just for easy understanding. So they are physical centers which is delivering e-governance. They can be G2C, government to citizens, or they can be B2C, business to citizens, you know. So G2C means government, let's say government is, you know, initiating certain schemes, it has to be implemented, so government to citizens, and B2C, business to citizens. So G2C and B2C, they implement. Forget about all these words, G2C, B2C, blah blah blah. Just remember these words. What are CSCs? They will be seeing these things. Verification has to be done, Aadhaar has to be linked, so they are cyber cafes of their area. People, are you understanding? Hope you are understanding what are CSCs. So enrollment has to be done via CSCs. Three-stage process are what? We have three-stage verification process. At the local level, you have panchayats or urban local bodies. Then you have district committees at the second level, and then the third level at the higher, topper means top hierarchy, that is state level committee chaired by MSME, Development and Facilitation Office. Now you're understanding why we have these three-tier verification process, because it is collateral free loan. How collateral free loans? Based on credit guarantee by government. So very good. Do remember how many sectors they cover? 18: carpentry, blacksmithing, blah blah blah. You can read all these things to preserve art and culture, heritage crafts. Let's focus now. My God, I'm so tired. PM Vishwakarma scheme launched in 2023, objective to support, you can see, engage in 18 identified trades, and you can see all these 18 trades, not like there are some which are not mentioned, but okay. And 15,000 grant credit support, collateral free loans in two tranches. Collateral free loan we have just discussed. 1 lakh, you have to pay them back in 18 months. 2 lakh, you have to pay them back in 30 months. If you're not paying, credit guarantee is involved, government will pay some amount, but they will ensure that you pay. And then there is something known as interest subvention. What is the basic rationale of interest subvention? Interest subvention means, let's say there is 8% interest and government is giving 5% subvention. So then you have to pay only 3%. Government is paying 5% for you because you belong to a vulnerable strata. So that's how interest subvention works. See how many important keywords we have discussed. Oh my God. Let's move. MCQ 5. Consider the following statement regarding PM Vishwakarma scheme. Shushipurna has given the answer. Hannah, Pratik, Rishi, Mohan, Jivayan, Rajni. You people are so good. All the statements are correct. Very good. MCQ 6. Which of the following is, and pay attention to these words, not a primary objective. I have been a personal victim of this. I have not seen the not word. Sometimes UPSC will make it bold, sometimes they will not. So let's solve this question. Very good, Jivayan, Rajneesh, Mamta, Gajanan. You people are so good. Many people will like, sir, are you high today or what? No, I'm not. Sometimes when you're sleep deprived, you act like this. So MCQ 6 of the day. Which of the following is not a primary objective? I have decided that after Hindu, I will sleep. I will wake up at 11. But sometimes when you feel like you want to sleep, then the sleep will not come to you. Sleep is like, I'm going away from you, bro. So which of the following is not a primary objective of PM Vishwakarma scheme? What is the answer, sir and ma'am? Hannah, Jivayan, Rishi, Mamta, Shipurna, all of you have given the answer. The answer is C. It's not promoting large-scale industrial manufacturing. Promotion of crafts, artisan access, skill training to artisan, all these things are the objective. C is not the objective. And Mamta, Shipurna, Pratik, Mohan, Gajanan, all of you have given the answer. Very good. MCQ 7. In the PM Vishwakarma scheme, CSCs are primarily used for what? Choose the best possible option. There will be some ambiguous question in UPSC as well. There are always. So choose the best possible option. So Hannah, Mohan, Prateek, Rishi, Shripurna, Gajanan, Mamta, all of you have answered it. The answer is enrollment, application submission, and coordination for benefit dispersal. Very good. Next article of the day, China asked US, Japan to roll back Typhoon missile system. So again, this is a missile system as the name suggests, and it's a part of, US inventory. It's a missile system. It's also acts as anti-missile from seas. And why it is important, I have just told you. Barak, anti-missile system, collaboration between India and Israel. Anti-missile means they will, let's say some ballistic and cruise missile has been fired over your territory. So they will fire back and prevent us from those ballistic and cruise missiles. So this is anti-missile. Third was also, and this is Israel is involved here. And these are PYQs. I will show you those PYQs. Third, terminal high altitude defense system, again an anti-missile system. US is involved. This Typhoon is a combination. It can attack also, it can defend also, missile system, and that's why China is very worried. US, Japan, they are coming together, they're doing some stuff, and China is like, stop it, I'm telling you to stop it, please stop it. So but US and Japan are like, no, we will not stop it. You people always do some stupid stuff or the other. Now it's our turn. So Japan and US, they began their joint military exercise named Resolute Dragon. We have talked about a military exercise called Zapad in previous Hindu analysis. Can you people remember? This military exercise happened between which two countries? So this, again, these are factual question from pre-perspective. Like we have talked about section 498A of IPC, you know, editorial. That was more important from mains perspective. Like what are the pros and cons? We know everything now. This is more about the pre-part, and like the Zapat thing, nobody remembers. Revise previous Hindu analysis, bro. So Resolute Dragon, Japan and US. And here US developed Typhoon missile system was showcased. China is like, don't do it because it's, it's missile as well as anti-missile. It can attack, it can defend, and China is not very happy. Japan is saying that, bro, we are just displaying it. We are not firing it. China is like, whatever you're doing, stop it. We don't like it. So all these to and fro things are going on. Hannah is such a good girl. Hannah and Jivayan, they have given the answer, Russia, Belarus. So accusation, China accused US and Japan of ignoring its solemn concern. They are not listening to US, means China rather, and that's what is happening here. So what are the things which are important from exam perspective? Typhoon, which country associated? US. We have talked about Barak, we have talked about Thad, Japad, Resolute Dragon. These are the keywords which you have to focus on. Very good. Let's solve some questions. Oh, this is a question based on previous article. That PM Vishwakarma scheme, it also had so many important keywords. Very good, Hannah. Jivayan. So assertion, reason. There was a time when UPSC used to ask a lot of questions on this pattern, assertion and reason. And again, I'm telling you, use option elimination. You'll be able to solve it. People have a phobia of assertion and reason. So they don't want to do questions on assertion and reason. Pratik has given the answer. Shripurna has given the answer. Hannah has given the answer. Jivayan, sister of Vatsayan. Gajanan, Rishi, all of you have given the answer. Rishi, Mohan, all of you. Cool. So we know credit guarantee means like it makes borrower's place collateral. If collateral is already there, why will government give credit guarantee, bro? So R is false, A is true. Credit guarantee schemes reduce the risk of lending to small borrowers because banks have a thing that okay, government will pay back a certain amount. So yeah, it reduces the risk of lending, and it does not make borrowers pledge collateral. Otherwise, the whole basic rationale behind credit guarantee will means fall apart. So the answer is C, as stated by all of you. You people are so good, just like a wow. This is PYQ 9. So Hannah, Pratik, Rishi, all of you have given the answer. The answer is, and Shipurna also, Mohan also. So Barak anti-missile defense system, Israel. Very good. Jivan, Mamta, all of you. Next article. Is the answer, Jivan. Cool. So page number 16, Taliban bans Wi-Fi in Afghan province to prevent immortality. God knows what that means. But here we'll try to understand certain things. What will we understand? Internet ban. Why it happens? India is known as internet ban capital of the world. The number of internet bans and all these things which happen in our country, is the you have to find out which is the second country in the world which has maximum number of internet bans. India is at the top, and there's no competition. That means the second country which is at the maximum number of internet bans, they are nowhere close to us. Now here in this article, you will understand certain stuff. Whenever I talk about internet ban anywhere and everywhere, and here Taliban is doing certain stuff, we'll also try to understand how Taliban is different from ISIS. So there are keywords which is important, and then you will also understand the rationale. Many people will be like, ha ha ha, Taliban is so backward, they banned Wi-Fi. No, you will see a rationale here. Backwardness point will be there. Nobody is discarding that point, but then there is another point, the rationale or the rationality aspect, related aspect. So internet ban happens in India. Did you people know that India was the internet ban capital of the world? And here there is one very interesting point which you have to understand. Sometimes Wi-Fi ban happens. Why it happens? To prevent, and I will show you that particular word. I don't want to fumble on that word because it's a technical word and every word has to be correct. This one. To prevent remote detonation of bombs. So we'll talk about some other aspect why Taliban is doing whatever they're doing. This point is very important. So religious festival, this and that. Remote detonation of bombs. What is the basic meaning here? So there are certain bombs, you know, and let's say a terrorist, he has certain bombs, and if it has to be detonated, there has to be certain password which has to be put into it. When Wi-Fi is there, via Wi-Fi can also enable these bombs. So if you disable Wi-Fi, in a way you are also disabling these bombs. So there are certain bombs which can be detonated remotely. Please understand this concept. No government is stupid. Nobody wants to do internet ban, although there is too much internet ban in India and we are not supporting it. But we can now also understand it's not always about prevention of information communication. People are like, no, there are bad information, that's why internet ban has happened in Manipur, this and that. No, there are other aspects also involved which may not be revealed to us from strategic perspective. This thing we are knowing here because Afghanistan is doing it. In India, even if internet ban is happening because of this reason, you will never know it because for like from security and strategic perspective. So if you're understanding, internet ban is not always done to prevent spread of information or misinformation. Sometimes this is also the reason. People, are you understanding what is this preventing remote detonation of bombs? Chapandis. So here they have not banned phone internet, like just we have seen. I was connecting with phone hotspot, and what was the condition? Now Wi-Fi is working, see, everything is fine. So this is the power of Wi-Fi. This is the power of wired connection and all. So they have banned these fiber optic internet in the bulk province. Now let's have a look at bulk province. What is so special there? Why they are doing what they are doing? We are trying to delineate this whole thing. So this is the bulk region, which is bordering some Central Asian countries. So it's a strategic region. The whole ban has not happened in all of Afghanistan. It has happened in a particular region, and so strategic aspects cannot be disregarded. What, Sanjay? What? So hope you can understand where we are going with this. So let's focus. Let's come back and let's have a look at this article. And then Taliban and ISIS. What is the difference between them? They are both very radical in nature. They are both extremist in nature. They both are following Sunni laws, Taliban and ISIS, but Taliban is more domestic in nature, and ISIS is more radical. ISIS is more uh, promoting internationalism. Iraq, Syria, that is their hub, but they want to establish an Islamic State all throughout the world. More radical, more extreme. Taliban, and they are considered a terrorist organization all throughout the world. That is not same with Taliban. It's not considered terrorist organization all throughout the world. There are many countries which have recognized it. Not many, you can count them on fingertips like Pakistan, etc. But there are countries. It emerged in 1990s. ISIS emerged in 2010s. So there are differences between Taliban and ISIS. Wireless fidelity. So hope you're understanding where we are going with this. What are the things which are very important? So let's focus here. So again, this article is helping us to understand internet ban in general. Reason given to prevent immortality. God knows what does that mean. First such ban since August 2021. Only certain region and only banning Wi-Fi internet. And it's not mobile internet is still there because we have just seen how useless they are. Today was the classic example. What happened today? So mobile internet remains functional, and they are saying that the supreme leader of Taliban, Hibatullah Akhundzada, he is saying this whole thing, and maybe some, we have seen how bulk province is strategically located. So something is happening there. We cannot know everything. They are not revealing everything. Maybe security reason, maybe remote detonation of bombs. various factors are involved here. Cool. Oh my god, oh my god. Let's focus on some questions. So this is PYQ 10. Hannah, Mohan, Shipurna, Rajneesh, Rishi, they have given the answer. Very good. Okay, 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 dokie. MCQ 11. Rajneesh, Mamta, Upload, Gajanan, Jivayan. Very good. Pratik, everyone have given the answer. What is the answer of MCQ 11? So Hannah has tried this. Shipurna. So again, this is the homework for you people. So today 10 questions are classwork, 11 and 12 are homework. Have a look at this particular question also related to collateral free loans, related to PM Vishwakarma scheme. Solve these questions. We'll discuss 11 and 12 tomorrow. Now we can talk about the other things like share and subscribe. You can post your score out of the 10 questions which you have done. You can buy these into analysis PDF at 199 per month from me, thereby supporting this initiative. Because as you people know, I have left everything. I'm focusing on my channel. I will need your support. And also these PDFs will help in proper revision, fast revision. You can also, if you have any doubts related to anything under the sun, I'm not saying I'm so intelligent, but yes, UPSC related and even IB, ACIO, EPFO related queries, collect them and we can have doubt sessions. You can also be a part of my mentorship program. Then you don't have to pay for, hourly doubt sessions or monthly Hindu analysis PDF. All these things are included. I've told you history through NCRT series. People who are part of mentorship from this Saturday, Sunday onwards, they will start getting these videos of history through NCRT series, which will be from class 6 to class 12, chapter wise. Class 6 chapter 1 video, their underlying PDFs, and via this, I will keep on sending them as I keep on making them. And the NCRT which I'm using is the rationalized NCRT of 23-24, because the current NCRT, they have almost deleted all the chapters. Delhi Sultanate, Mughals, they matter from UPSC perspective. So the NCRT which I'm using is the rationalized NCRT of 23-24. So you will get it. And if you want to buy it separately, history to NCRT, this is rupees 999. But if you're part of mentorship, everything is included. For one time payment, you don't have to pay again, 4999. It's not in lakhs, guys. It's just in thousands, so that I can sustain myself. I keep on doing whatever I'm doing. I know I can give you a very high quality content, but I will need your support. And I've told you, there was a time last year when I started this mentorship at 999. Now it is then 1999, then 2999, and now it is 4999, because it is not a single program. It is an umbrella program, as we keep on talking about. Most things will come and it will be included here. So join at the earliest. God knows, if the prices will increase. I don't know, loans and other stuff decide. So after a certain period, all things will become free in mentorship. I'm all yours. That is one liner mentorship for you. You can also switch if you're a part of subscription. You can pay the remaining amount and you can be a part of mentorship program. You can also donate. So these are the ways. Okay, sir. So that's it from me. So yeah, Jivan, please ask the doubt. What is the meaning of liquidity crunch, sir, when you don't have enough cash? Uh, Okay, guys and girls, I'm going now. I will see you people tomorrow at 7:30. Take care, be blessed. Tata, bye bye.